with Valley Noble. I'm your host, Sylves, and I will be asking you to jump in and join us this morning. So, Valley Noble, we're an educational consultancy business and we help international students prepare to study in Australia. And then when they're here, we help them with academic support and therapeutic services. So, we have a great show lined up for you today. And I just ask you sit back and relax and let's dive right in. But before we get started, I just want to extend a warm welcome to all of you who are visiting either on our live stream or the replay. And thanks for joining us wherever you are around the world. So we appreciate the support. And if you're watching, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and drop us a comment and let us know where you're tuning in from.
How have you been, Phil?
Well, it's Monday morning, so we had
Yeah.
a quiet, not too busy weekend, but we ended up coming home with a new family member, a little dachshund called Slinky. So a little bit of teething there.
Nice.
We do have Punny coming with us, but he won't be with us until tomorrow. So yeah, he
Yeah.
gives us apologies. What about you?
Yeah.
What was your weekend like?
It was good. It was just relaxing. Went to the gym. Spent time with family. Yeah, just that time to re-energize and refresh before another week of work. So
Yeah, yeah.
nothing too extreme. It was all just very chill, which was nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
good.
Um.
Sorry, I'm just going to open this window back here.
Yeah.
Let in a bit of
So
here.
this is day 15 of our live stream challenge that we've been given. So we're halfway there. We were given a 30-day challenge to go live, and this is day 15 for us. So I'm very proud of us. We're very excited, and we're grateful to everyone that's joined in every day on our lives. It's been a great experience so far.
Yeah.
I can say that for sure. A lot of learning and a lot of challenges. So that's great. Um, so today was just in, we wanted to reintroduce Valley Noble to our viewers or to those who are joining us. So Valley Noble as our team and us as individuals. So as Phil said, Valley Noble is an educational consultancy business. We help prepare international students to come and study here in Australia. And so I'm Charlene. I'm one of the co-founders as well as the head of therapy and wellbeing services. So I'm a therapist. Um, and so, my hope is that we are able to provide the international students that come over to Australia with the therapeutic services that they may need, as it can be quite difficult moving to a completely new country that's unfamiliar, a culture that's unfamiliar. And so sometimes when we have those changes in our lives, there's the feelings of homesickness that come up, or even anxiety, the low moods. And so that's normally when I would step in just to help process all of that and help make that transition a smoother one for the international students that are coming over. My degrees, so my bachelor's degree is in social work as well as my master's degree in social work, and but I specialize in mental health. And so I love mental health. I love helping people. Those, um, I enjoy spending time with family and friends. I love being outdoors, and so those are some of the things that I find interesting. And so my hope is that through Valley Noble, we can help those who are coming over to study here in Australia. And so, Phil, are you able to share a little bit
Yeah.
about yourself and your background?
Yeah, so I'm Sylves and I head the academic services department and I'm an education consultant. So my background is in education with a Master of Sociology and Education. And I guess my goals for Valley Noble is creating a space, a safe and fun environment for others to learn, to, I guess, as an international student, to feel like comfortable, and then on top of that, to feel confident with their learning. So my background, as I said, in education, and education is really my passion. So whatever, it doesn't have to be a formal type of education, but any type of learning. I really encourage people to get out there and to do, to learn and to have fun while learning. So that's a really big one for us, isn't it, Shah? Is
Yeah.
to have fun while you're learning, because learning doesn't have to be boring, and learning doesn't have to be very just dull and monotone, but you can really enjoy your learning and have fun with it. And so that's something that I really want to push, is that, practically we can have fun while we're learning. So I guess going into the reasons we started Valley Noble, I'll just continue with that. So I guess when I was like just straight out of high school, I can't even believe it. I I went to study. I was really fortunate to be an international student in the US at the Brigham Young University in Hawaii. And I loved it. It was so awesome. I had a really great experience. But I'm reminded of also those differences, fresh out of New Zealand up the bush, and not knowing a different sort of education system, being so far from home, and my parents, not able to talk to them when I was feeling a bit low. So there were those hard moments of being homesick. And I wanted to, I wanted to have, I enjoyed it, but also having somewhere safe to go to talk about those things. So also, my family and I, sort of along the way, we were lucky enough in Brisbane to host a Saudi student, and he was also a dad, a husband, and his family were back in Saudi. And so he was a long way from home. He spoke a different language, different cultural things that he had to learn. And he used to talk a lot about, the struggles that he had, not only just being here away from his family, but those cultural differences, the language differences. And also, as a single mum, doing my master's degree with 3 kids, it was, I really wanted things to help with my time management, for helping to organize and structure my schedule and my semester. So I think that's been a push for me, is creating a space where students can learn, where they can feel safe and enjoy that learning process. And that's what we're here to do. So I guess creating a home away from home, but a learning environment for them.
Nice.
So what about
And
you, Shah? What's
yeah,
your reasons?
just in addition to what you said, it is quite similar to what Sylvs has said. I too was an international student at one point in my life, and being an international student was an amazing experience for me. Studying in another country, learning a new way of life, and meeting new people, all of that was great. However, it wasn't always easy and enjoyable, especially when I first moved over to the US for study. There were a lot of things that I wish I had known. There was also a lot of things that I didn't understand. And it wasn't until I found myself in a sticky situation with my academics that I realized, oh, there's all these things that I had to have hit. Like, there were certain expectations as a an international student that I had to reach that I had no clue about. And
Mhm.
so I wish I had the support at the initial stage and then just throughout my experience as an international student, so that I always had someone to kind of, guide me along that journey. Like, I didn't understand the school system in the US. I didn't understand the curriculum. I didn't know that there was a certain expectation of me as an international student. Like, in addition to being a student of that university. So there were just like certain rules that I had to adhere to that I didn't know about. So it was very different from growing up in New Zealand and how we run things in New Zealand. And so, I just also didn't expect that I would be homesick. There a lot outside of the academics, there was also just mental and emotional things happening that I didn't quite understand. And so I didn't realize that being homesick would affect, my schoolwork, my academics, but also my social and work life. And so for me, that's why I wanted to start this journey with Valley Noble and Silves and Puni, so that we can create an environment or space, as Silves has said, that is safe, where international students feel comfortable and feel supported. And so, we kind of make that transition for them into study here in Australia a lot easier. I mean, we're not going to completely take away all the challenges, but I feel like it would be a lot easier when you have, a business like Valley Noble kind of guiding you along the way, and making it a little easier with that transition. And so I also have friends, that study here in Australia, from other countries, who have found it difficult as well. Not just the transitioning of, from their home countries to this country, but also just, the level of work that's expected and the content within their classes. And so there have been times where, I've had to explain certain things to them when it comes to like assignments and stuff. So it's just, there is the need for it. There is a lot of challenges that as international students we face when studying in another country. And so that's the reason why I wanted to be a part of this, was just to make that journey a little easier.
Oh, thanks, Shah. Yeah, because it's, I guess, we don't realize until we're sort of right in there, and you're like, oh, wow, this is different. Like, I think it took me a little while to sort of feel that sort of tension, that missing home. But yeah, and we do know that the services are there. We know that there are student learning centres. We know that there's some amazing staff on campus to help you, especially you have a lot of well-being and therapy, as well as academic supports. But I guess sometimes, it's kind of hard to go to the school to get those services, especially when you may be feeling a bit down. And so this way we can help you where you're at. A lot of our supports will be coming online as well as some workshops and a few like awesome activities that we'll be doing to help you out there. All you international students, it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
So what about what's coming up next, Shah?
Yeah, so we have a few exciting things coming up for Valley Noble. As I mentioned earlier in the live, we are in the midst of a 30-day challenge for going live. And so we'll continue with the 30-day live stream challenge. We are on day 15, so we're halfway there, so we're making good progress with that. Also, something to look out for is we will be introducing the Study Lounge with Valley Noble podcast. And so basically what that entails is just interviews with current and past previous international students. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that, and we'll keep you posted when it gets closer for that to go live as well. So
yeah, awesome. I'm excited to hear some of those interviews. So those of you who we've reached out to will be coming for you soon. But yeah, it's really neat to have the different experiences, I guess, from a Western perspective and from a native New Zealand, which both of us are from, and then having those different stories, from other people from other countries and their experience and how they can help you, especially like all of us have very similar experiences, but we also have very different experiences. So I'm pretty excited to hear those stories and those interviews. Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So yes, we will be back again tomorrow for our Tasty Tuesday. It will be a really quick one because we will probably do a live afterwards, and we will have Puni back in the morning. But Shah, what else have you got there on your side? Have you got anything else for us?
I think that's it,
Yeah.
Just know that we're here. So if you guys need help or have any friends, that need the help, Valley Noble's here to support you guys. So just reach out. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And yes, definitely ask us any questions you like. It's really great to have you on board, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as us. We are still getting the hang of things, so we might have some drop-ins and outs, but I think the live has really pushed us, hasn't it, Shah? Because I'm not usually in front of the camera like this.
Yeah, definitely pushed us outside of our comfort zone, but
yeah,
the only way to grow. So,
yes, absolutely. So as we come to a close, remember to stay connected and keep exploring out there all your big adventures. It's week 2 for you guys starting back to the semester. So hope you got well rested from your big week last week. And if you have any more questions again, or you want to stay engaged with Valley Noble, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, drop a comment below. Any topics you would like us to discuss, then drop them in the comments below as well. Keep shining and enjoying your adventure of learning, and don't forget to keep up with us here. And me and Shah will just like to say thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you later. And see you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Thank you,
yes, 7 o'clock Brisbane, Australian Eastern Standard Time. Okie doke. Thanks a lot for joining us. Bye.
Bye.